Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to see types of instances in ServiceNow. When you work in a project, you will be working on different types of instances. So let's see what are those types of instances. So when you're working in a project, you will be mostly working on three instances, and that are development instance, test instance, and production instance. In development instance, you're going to perform all the development activities like creating a client script, business rules, UI policies, UI actions, creating a custom application, creating a table. Okay. So all the development activities will happen in development instance. In test instance, the quality of development will be checked, and it will be checked by testing team. Okay. So when you complete your development in development instance, then all your configuration is going to move to test instance. And in here, the testing team will check the quality of development. Means if there are any kind of bug, errors in the development. If there are, then they are going to identify those errors and bugs and they will update you. And you have to again work on those development so that it is correct according to the requirement. Okay. Once we get a sign off from testing team, means testing team says everything is okay, it is according to the requirement, then those development will move to production instance. And production instance is for end users. Okay. No development activity or testing will be performed on production instance. It is for end users. So whatever the development that you have done here for an application, it will be used by end users in the production instance. End users will not have the access on test instance or development instance. Okay. Now, when you are working in a project, these instances are denoted with different names, that are development instance will be dev instance, test instance will be QA instance, and production instance will be prod instance. So majorly people say dev instance, QA instance, prod instance. When you work in a project, you are going to hear these terms. Dev stands for development, QA stands for quality assurance, prod stands for production. Okay. Now, these instances are differentiated with the help of URL. So let's say you are hired as a developer in a project. Now that management team will give you URL of these instances so that you have admin access on these instances. Okay. So how those URL will look? It will look like this. Dev instance URL will look like this: company name dev. QA instance will look like this: company name QA. And prod instance will look like this: company name prod. Okay. So with the help of URL, you can also differentiate which instance is belonging to which category, whether it is dev, QA, or prod. Now, there can be multiple test instance and production instance. Let's see those instances. Test instance can be UAT instance and production instance can be pre-prod instance. Okay. UAT instance will be differentiated by company name UAT and pre-prod will be differentiated by company name pre-prod. With the help of URL, you can identify that this is a UAT instance and this is a pre-prod instance. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of UAT instance? UAT stands for user acceptance testing. In this, stakeholders or end users will perform testing. Okay. For example, let's say in production instance, there is an application in which that application is being used by thousands of users. So from those thousands of users, there will be few members that will be given access of UAT instance so that they can perform the testing of that application before any development moves to production instance. Okay, so they are going to provide a UAT sign off. Once they provide a UAT sign off, then team is allowed to move the development activities to production instance. Okay, now what is the meaning of pre-prod instance? Pre-prod instance is the exact clone of prod instance. Okay, when you receive UAT sign off, then your development activities will move to pre-prod instance. Here what you can do is that you can perform a final testing before moving your development activities to production instance or prod instance. Why? Because this will help you to identify whether there is a bug or error will occur in the production instance, because it is the exact clone of prod instance. So you can give a test here whether whatever the development you have worked for an application is working according to production instance or it is working according to the requirement. There is no error, there is no bug even after QA sign off or UAT sign off. Okay, and this pre-prod instance is also helpful when you wanted to get any kind of data from a table, because you will not have any admin access on prod instance, but you can have admin access in pre-prod instance. So with that role, you can retrieve data from a table and you can perform different activities in pre-prod instance. And pre-prod instance will be getting cloned on weekly basis. That is decided by the admin team. Okay. So these are the types of instances in ServiceNow you will be working on when you work in a project. Okay. So this is the end of the video. If you like this video, do share the videos with others. Subscribe the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching this video. Bye bye.